Welcome back to my table. On this video, we're just going to make a really simple piece of pendant. There's going to be no weaving, no nothing, just bending this wire. And we're going to be using a 14mm bead with it. This is roughly about 14.5 inches long. It's just a random length I cut off. It doesn't, more or less, it's up to you. What we're going to do is we're going to start it off just like I did with the pendant in a previous video I did. You want to take the bead, place it on your wire, and get roughly in the middle as possible. And then you want to bend the wire straight out, both in the same direction. Like so. So they're both going like that. Then you just want to cross them and go around the bead. So you're on the other side, and then you want to go back to where you started. So you keep going, cross them again. And what you want to do is make sure you go on the opposite side so that where you started is in the middle. Give that just a little pitch. It's not going to stay closed, but you just want to get as close as possible. Now what we're going to do is once you're this far, is now we want to bend these wires, crisscross them, like so. And now you want to take one of, you see how this wire goes over the top? Whichever one goes over the top, you leave alone. The one that goes behind, you want to bend straight up. And be about this no matter what side you're going to have. So, okay, so what we're going to do is this back wire go straight up so get your flat. I know I sometimes ramble. That's what I like doing. Okay, where it crosses, usually to try and keep it in the middle, I just take the nose of my flat, I just barely rest it on the opposite wire, and then just give it a little twist up, and you're straight up. Now what we're going to do with this wire that goes across the front is we're going to wrap it around that wire. So just give it a little bend down, go behind, up, and over. So it's perpendicular, or so you got a right angle here. Excuse my terminology if I got it wrong. Now next what we're going to do is we're going to put a hole on top for the bail. What we'll do here is you take your flat again, and you want to allow gap, because what we want to do is leave a gap in here, and you'll see why in a minute. So rest your plier on there, and just give it a partial bend towards the direction you want to go. So you're like that. Then you take your round, and what we're going to do is bend it. We're going to bend going this way, and it's going to come back around, and it's going to run parallel. So get your loop, Okay, like so. Now you got your get maintained there. You got your loop. Now what you want to do is take your round nose, stick it back in that loop just for support. You want to take that top wire and just bend it and go behind, come up, and it'll rest it in that gap you created. Now if it doesn't quite lay down, that's no big deal. Just work it in there. Take a nylon plier if you have to. Just give us a light pinch, and it'll pop right in. So this is what you got now. Now what you want to do is just straighten out a couple things. Just make sure the top is flat, so you got a nice loop. Now these two wires, believe it or not, we're almost done. What I do, or what you can do, is just finish it off with a couple of loops. This top piece here, we're going to make it shorter than the bottom piece. So what we're going to do is this one, we're going to cut roughly 3/4 to an inch long. And the bottom one, you want to go about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch longer than what you cut the top one. And like I said, it doesn't have to be exact, just as long as you got a difference in there. Now to finish it off, we just make our loops. That's what you should have so far. So you take the top one, take the top wire, and you want to bend it, start bending it up. Give your top loop. Like so. And now the bottom. And voila. And that's your pendant. Only thing left to do now is put a bail or jump rings, whichever you prefer. I just happen to like bails. Bail on. And there's your sun pendant. And hope you have fun. Hope you like it. Try and make one on your own. If you do, try and post a picture for me. Otherwise, have fun with it. And take care and be good to one another. Till next video. Bye-bye.